Respected sadhakas, shrotas, friends, welcome, hearty salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you, submissions and prayers together. Loka sevaka dharmasthabaka viragi, bhakta shishya mumukshu jignasu, shrota sadhaka parishrame, prerana yukta prashanta bhasha gnata. All are necessary. Work towards all of them as much as our abilities, capacities permit. Take the help undoubtedly of the Shruti Mata, the Guru Ganas, the Devatas, the Jagan Mata, the Ishvara, and the Brahma Tattva. Be in that mood always. As the outside people are in the mood of gaining the outer things, we, the inside people, should be in the mood of gaining all these inner things. What they gain is immediate, grosser, temporary, limited. What we gain is maybe taking lot of time, but it is subtler, it is permanent. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, first chapter, seventh mantra Adhenam. Each word in this mantra has something very clear to communicate to us. And to make these points so clear, as his intelligence goes every time, Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara ji himself takes the form of Urva Pakshi and asks that question. To that question, this is the answer. To the doubt, this is the answer. To that type of hesitation, this is the answer. Or this point is said for this particular purpose. In that way, each one, if you see from the fifth mantra onwards, Tamekame, name him Tirvatam Shodashantam, how? In that one shloka, the entire Karana Brahmatva is grasped and then put for us. एक ही में रख दिया. So too in the sixth mantra, in one mantra only, the samsara and samsara hetu, the bandhana hetu, and then moksha hetu. All the three, how beautifully said. Samsara is sarva jive sarva samste bruhante asmin hamso brahmyate brahmachakre. This is the whole samsara capsule form brought and put in front of us for us to comprehend. Then the karana is so simply said. Prutagatmanam preritaram cha matva. See that clarity of the vision. How we are becoming clear in the understanding is our effort, our genius. Then what is the moksha? Justaha tataha tena amrutatvam. The solution. Then, basing on this thing, the whole shloka, the genuine question in the mind of the disciple. Ki you have explained the Brahman with Maya to be the Karana Brahma. So when you tell me to do the Aham Brahmasmi Upasana, I do it. But there is no Brahman. He has become now the Karana and Karyatmaka Brahma. So that Karana Karyatmaka is equal to Jagat, Vishwa. Okay, Dvaitam. So when I do Upasana, I reach that only. With all my Upasana, I reach Karya Karanatmaka Brahma. Because Brahman is that now. Then Prapancha is there. As long as Prapancha Dvaita is there is no samsara nasha. It will continue. Then your sentence that tataha justaha amrutatvameti is invalid. Therefore, there is no chance of moksha. Therefore, I can't do sadhana. Let me continue to be a samsari in the world. So that sort of thought in the mind, genuine at that developmental stage of the disciple is there. Then to that, the answer we are seeing it. What is the answer? With all its expression as Karana Brahma, with Maya, Karya Brahma in the form of the Jagat of million forms, Still, the Brahman is intact as he is, without any modification change in him. This is the very crucial thought of Vedanta. Therefore, because the very crucial important thought of Vedanta, the Vedantic help only the Guru Maharaj is taking, Bhagavan Adi Shankara, the Bhashyakara, telling us the quotations from various Upanishads about the Brahma Tattva to be something beyond. All these things. That explanation in all the Upanishads, Purana Itihasas about the presence, therefore, availability of Brahman as he is for us to realize or recognize or identify to get moksha. All that in this Upanishad, in one word, the Shruti Mata, the Guru Maharaj said, Udgitam, Utkrishtena Gitam. Means the pitch of the voice as well as many times and many periods of history by many Mahatmas that has been sung about the Brahma Tattva being very much as he is there. And take the help of Mandukya Upanishad ki the Kalpana cannot pollute or stain or disturb or create any scar on the substratum on which the Kalpana is Kalpita. So you need not have that doubt or fear कि कुछ हो गया ब्रह्मन को हो गए कारण कार्य ब्रह्मा so now is not available for me for moksha. No, is very much there. That topic with quotations we are studying to substantiate in us about the doubtless presence of the Brahman as he is. Examples we saw. So the gold has become ornament doesn't mean the gold is disappeared. It is always there with its value for us to what do you say make use of it or get benefited by it. है ना? अब गोल्ड ऑर्नामेंट बन गया, ऑर्नामेंट का कीमत 100 रुपए है, अब इसका कीमत ही 100 रुपए है, ऐसा नहीं होता. तो गोल्ड इज वेरी मच इज देयर विथ इट्स कॉस्ट इन इट. It has not gone anywhere. So this is how deeper and deeper our understanding about the reality has to happen. Let us observe what are the further thoughts, guidances by Bhashyakara and Shruti Mata. Before that, let us do our Sankalpa Prarthana, which is so essential, and whether we know it or not, accept or not, it is this process of Sankalpa Prarthana is continuously putting us on this path. Every day when we are doing it, that Rishi Parampara is seeing, listening it, they are just sending their Tapa Shakti so that our equipments are not against, so much against our this spiritual pursuit, minimum attending the class, minimum seeing to it that the class is happening. When our prayers are more, deeper, vigorous, then even further things also we would be able to do as we realize, as we mature. Narayana Vasudeva. So we will do that, our Sankalpa Prarthana. Before that, just quickly, some common sense thought today is this one or two or three or four things which frequently we are seeing only. Ki in us through our everyday study of Shastras. This is exclusively for those regularly coming students, not for everyone. See, in us, as we are continuing our Shastra Shravanam, the desire that my Shastra Shravana should continue, the desire that I must be understanding all that, the desire that I should be able to do sadhana, the desire that I must reach the goal, it has to become more and more stronger day by day. We have to ensure that that happens. That is what. How to do? Each one should find his own way. Ways are what? Ways are when we know the need of this being spiritual, being evolving spiritually. Need, first thing is need. Second is the glory of it. How, when we that way grow spiritually, the loftiness of the height of that achievement or the evolution. And also, we should add a thing called as compulsion. Why compulsion? Because only in this compelling, self compelling spiritual effort and evolution that the lower level of problems, difficulties of the upadhis and the outer world, which all are self created, can be avoided. It is as simple as, I don't know whether we'll be able to catch it or not, whether the example is 100% understandable or acceptable or not, I don't know. Like in the day's time, maximum time when we are spending, let us say, in our japa, in our puja, in our chintana, even bhajan kirtana, when we are doing it, hypothetical example, then these faculties of ours, Sharirendra Pranamurti, Mana, are they involving in the Shabda Sparsha Rupasagandha? We are not giving chance, so they are not involved. Then is not our time energy also conserved? Is not our doing unwanted things also we are saved from? Have we not protected ourselves from doing that any of the adharma or the papa or the bhautikatva? An example. It's a gross example. Like this 1 hour class. When I am here, the compulsion of this 1 hour class, which I am creating from within, is it not helping me in this 1 hour to avoid the Rajoguna, all the things that are of Rajoguna, which we do otherwise throughout the day, and avoid the Tamoguna. क्लास को आना है, immediately you get up and come. क्लास में बैठना है, immediately you give up your the bahirmukata of whether watching TV or seeing the newspaper or talking to anybody, कुछ भी हो, जो सारा सांसारिक है, तो क्या हम उससे इससे बच रहे हैं कि नहीं? That feeling is called compulsion. Who knows, if you are not in this class at this time, some quarrel we may develop with somebody, some attachment we may develop with somebody, or express that vasana to make it more stronger. कुछ तो संसार होता है जब साधना नहीं करते हैं. Therefore, we have to create that thought of compulsion here. One is the need of it. Second is the magnanimity of it, adbhutatva, glory of it, vibhuti of it, beauty of being spiritual. Third one is a compulsory act. Compulsory act. Then the fourth one is the sentimental things. We are human beings. In human life only, this spiritual evolution can be done hundreds of times in all shastras. We are told by the gurus, Bhaiya, don't live like animal after being born as human being. Don't miss this opportunity. No, how many times? Upanishads also. It is Upanishad so clearly कहती है, if you are not living life spirituality, then you are committing your आत्महत्या only. एकेच आत्महनो जनाः. आत्महनन मतलब अपने आप को मारना. असूर्या नाम ते लोकाः अंधेन तमसा वृताः तागुंस्ते प्रेत्याभिगच्छन्ति एकेच आत्महनो जनाः. In every of the, which is the Shastra, which is the master, who has not spoken to us, beta, this human life is very rare, very precious, with the highest sophistication, qualification, possibilities. If for that great spiritual evolution, use it for that. So this is the, whether you call it the order of Guru and Shastra, or advice of them, or our sentimental devotion to them that they are telling me. Therefore, to make them happy, at least I must do. Just means कुछ भी ले लो. Whether the need aspect, the glory aspect, the compulsory aspect, the dedication aspect, all the sentiment aspect, कुछ भी ले ले, हमें ये वाला desire strong होता रहना है. The desire that more and more I must study the Shastras. More and more deeply I must study. More and more clearly I have to understand. more and more sadhana I have to do, and those heights I have to achieve. Joys I have to get of success. All sadhanas, Bahiranga sadhana, Antaranga sadhana, then main sadhana. है ना? In Yoga Bhasha, the Bahiranga sadhana are the five of the Ashtanga Yoga. Antaranga are the three of the Ashtanga Yoga. The main purpose is that Sayamita Mana used for Viveka Khyati Ityadi. Isn't it? In Bhakti, the Bahiranga sadhana are all the variety of upasanas. Antaranga sadhana is Mana Buddhi dedicated to the Lord. Innermost sadhana is the ego surrendered to Him. In Vedanta, the Bahiranga sadhanas are the Shamadama Parama Titiksha Shraddha Samadhana Mumukshutva. The Antaranga sadhanas are Shravana Manana. The ultimate sadhana is Nididhyasana. Hmm. In every one of them, that desire should grow. Point one today. Second is what? Already we are doing. We are not just a mere beginner or nomad or know nothing or do nothing. No, we are already doing. Appreciate that doing, value that doing, respect that doing, which is very rare. Maybe 10, 12 lives back, we were somebody like a rustic person in Uganda, Somalia, or Algeria, or Nigeria, or a tribal in an Amazon forests. We don't know. We were struggling from then onwards. See, in this life, the contemporary world of 800 crores of people, how many are doing this sacred work? Batao? Not many. And in that, many people make claims to be spiritual and me doing many, many things. Undoubtedly, so good, beautiful they are all. But studying the Upanishads with the Bhashya and trying to understand the truth of Giddelokar, which is more sacred than any of the other outer things. Outer sadhanas also are good, no comparison. Yet, is it not more subtler that our intellect is opening up to the truth in its understanding and all? So we are definitely doing. Other than that, throughout the day, some of the other sadhanas we are doing. Even though there is some vagueness in that, every time we are not pakka ki what we are doing, what for we have to do, how we have to do. 100% application, concentration, in सब में हम भी बचपना है हमारा, तो even that also we slowly grow, but we are doing. So appreciate that doing. Don't belittle ourselves, but don't feel that we are absolutely good for nothing. We are doing it. See that Hanumanji with all his devotion, humbleness, in front of Rama, Sita, or Sugriva Ityadi. But when he is in front of Vibhishana or when he is in front of Ravana or anybody, he says, I am Ramadut. You know, that audacity, that proclaiming, ki, for his work I have come. I am alone enough to finish you all Ravanadi. 1,000 रावणास also मेरा बाल भी बांका नहीं कर सकते. न रावण सहस्रम में युद्धे विजयिष्य से 1,000 रावणों को मैं चकनाचूर कर दूंगा. Because I am doing it. I have the strength. Heart in heart, it is known. Bhagavan Rama's Krupa. Without his Krupa, even life is impossible. Forget about doing something in life. That standpoint is very sacred, highest. But at the lower level, I am here as an individual doing his work. So that self confidence, self respect. Even we also, therefore, should feel yes, that 1 2 hours at least per day, I am struggling. It's a very good beginning. And a lazy ant, an ant trying for the sugar. Both are ants, but एक तो try तो कर रहा है ना, उसको कब मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा पता नहीं, but trying itself is greater than the other thing ना. So we are not 100% throughout the day worldly or lazy. Those few hours, 1 2 3, जितना हो सके हम लगे रहे. So that way, thank God, we are not totally gone case, lost case. ये recognize करके we have to feel sometimes. that truth, that contentment, that joy, that feeling that yes, yes, you know, the gurus are watching me, they are blessing me, they are giving me opportunity, they are owning me, they are forgiving me, they are guiding me. Maybe very micro level, but good, isn't it? I'm not totally such case where the gurus and the Lord have left me like any other human beings or the animals to my own prakriti and go live life as a bhogi with the Upadhi Tadatmyas, 100% samsari with zero information in the intellect. ऐसा तो हम नहीं, isn't it? Then third one is what? Ki protect this sacredness and feel that this is only a beginning. Although something is happening, but it's only at a very rudimentary level, basic level. It has to be deepened, it has to be intensified, it should be more regularized, more disciplined, more to the point. ये वाला तीसरा तड़प हमको बढ़ाना है. One is the desire, second is appreciation for whatever already is being done, third is desire again for enhancement in all these things. ये वाला संकल्प निरंतर और भी बढ़िया हो जाए, और भी डीपली हो जाए, है ना? क्वांटिटेटिवली ऑल्सो, क्वालिटेटिवली ऑल्सो वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इम्प्रोवाइजिंग. नॉट सेटिस्फाइड डेली मैं क्लास घंटा आ रहा हूँ, नहीं आधा घंटा घर में भी पढ़ूंगा, एक क्लास सुन रहा हूँ काफ़ी है, नहीं, देयर सो मेनी हैपनिंग, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इन अटेंडिंग देम? मैनेज करना होता है. Managing the samsara at the cost of sadhana and shastra is not a good management. It is other way around is a good management. So let me be more attending, more studying, little more time given for the upadhi management sadhanas, more time given for the chintana. These are all quantitative. Qualitatively also, है ना? Qualitatively sadhana करने के लिए the equipments have to be kept perfectly intact and suitable for it. They need lots of sacrifices. The same equipments, we take them into the world and spoil them there, color them there, and bring it back to do the sadhana. वो बेचारे थक जाते हैं, mainly with the mind intellect. It is exposed to the world and worldliness, and so much it is agitated. Now, with that agitated mind, how can we contemplate deeply on any of the mantra of the Upanishad? So qualitative sadhana के लिए the quality of the equipments, all of them, mainly mana buddhi, has to be made. For that, lot of sacrifices are required. We should be able to realize it, recognize it, really do it. Okay. First one is this desire. Second is appreciating the position in which we are. Third one is wanting more to do more and more. In that, both qualitatively, quantitatively also. Third one. The fourth is little again important one. Never give up throughout life. The upasanas to Swaguru, to the Guru Parampara, to the Ishvara, asking them to provide around us a very strong, powerful, unbreakable kavacha, shield around us, that inner or outer anything are not distracting me from my this commitment to the spiritual goal. This is the place where people miss out. Therefore, with all their personal self individual efforts of sadhanas, with all their sincerity, suddenly something powerful, inner or outer, attacks them, then they get derailed. And they justify the derailment. They don't come to class, they don't study, they justify. क्या हुआ उस समय? वो पावरफुल इनर एंड आउटर थॉट से बचाने के लिए भगवान का अनुग्रह रूपी रक्षण कवच इज नॉट देयर. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अभिमन्यु एंड अर्जुन. You know, Abhimanyu was there in the Padma Vyuha with all of them, yes. But there was no Rakshana Kavacha to him of Krishna because he went without telling. And with ferociousness he fought. And they could not defeat him actually. But then usko auto log ghere because not invoked Krishna. But whereas his own father, Arjuna, he was in that ferocious battlefield of 11 Akshavani Sainya. 11 Akshavani means more than 11 lakhs of soldiers and so many other. And all of them were there. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everybody. But then, was he saved or not from the arrows of them? And he is made to defeat them. He became victorious. Why? He has selected Lord Krishna. Certainly, the Lord Krishna made the Rakshana Kavacha, which I told you in one of the occasions when the Yuddha was over. On the last day, everything is over. That's the first time Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna first to get down, isn't it? Arjuna was a little angry, arrogant because मैं owner हूँ, you are only a driver. Every day the driver should get down, open the door, then the owner comes out. But Lord Krishna last day said, you get down first. So when Arjuna got down, moved little away, Krishna also came. It is said that the chariot got burnt only in a minute time, but like a pager bomb blast. Suddenly I surprised Arjuna. Hey, what he asked? That time Krishna said to the arrows of Bhishma and Drona, long back only this chariot would have become ashes. It is me seated here and my devotee Hanumanji seated above there. Because of we both you are saved. Otherwise, you are Gandiv, Tuspus, it can't do anything to protect you. It is me who protected. And you saw in our that beautiful Ghatotkacha, Hidimba, Sura, all that story in Skanda Purana, when Yudhishthira praises Krishna for the success, A to Z, how arrogant the Bhima becomes, isn't it? Then the Bhima Pautra, who is seated there with only head watching the whole Yuddha, Bhima was told to go and ask him, बताओ ये कह रहे हैं कि मैंने अर्जुन ने हम मिलकर we finished all these asuras or these Duryodhanadi. The credit is given to Krishna. You are witnessing, you tell. That description, how beautifully he gives. He says everywhere, finishing all the Duryodhanadi Kauravas, I was seeing only one person. Only one person with his Shankha Chakra Gada, all that. That scene in that Skanda Purana, after which the भीम तो फिदा हो जाते हैं गलती माफ कर मांग के he falls at the feet of Lord Krishna first time. Isn't it? Bhishmacharya also says towards the end, hey Pandavas, hey, it is not you. You know how beautiful in Bhagavatam, in the Pratama Skanda, in that 15th or 14th chapter, during that Bhishma Stuti, have you not seen? Hey, what you think it is? You are the one who won it. Forget about it. It is he, the Krishna, because of whom. Only he, by his looks, he took the prana of half of the people. The other half of them, they themselves left prana, looking at Krishna, because they don't want to live anymore. Having seen Krishna Bhagavan, the life is fulfilled. So there are great varnanas. How many places we have seen it. So the idea is our upasanas have to be so pakka that we have to have that protecting shield. Otherwise, the Kala Prabhava, the terrible Maya outside, and right now not sublimated but just suppressed. Inner Maya, inner Moha, inner Vasanas. They are like the terrorists all the time looking for an opportunity. They don't have second agenda in life, only to terrorize. They have no second agenda, only to look for those loopholes or weak points to attack. Isn't it? See that October 7 onwards in that Gaza Israel wala, that one loophole that Mosaic was not alert, they attacked and captured 300, 400 people. See, the Yuddha is going on almost 1 year now. One inadvertence, isn't it? One thing little missed. In our life also, it's not easy. Other than Bhagavat Kripa, forget survival also is not possible. Or to talk about consistency, maintenance of sadhana. Very, very important. That's why in every of the Shastras, the Guru, Shishya together, Sahanavavato, Shanno Mitraha, Tachayavravrimane, Bhadrakarnemi Shunyama, everything is prayer only, Upasana only, requesting the Lord, begging the Lord, Apyayantu Mamangani, Madhuvata Rutayate. This there because that's required. Don't lack in it. We are doing here upasanas, but for our other outer bhoga we are doing. No, for the rakshana of the sadhana. On the other hand, about the bhoga, Bhagavan, right from the vasana onwards up to practical level, let this bhoga asakti totally go away from me and is replaced by yoga asakti or yoga asha. ऐसा मैं उनसे मांगना है. That makes the Lord also happy. Because Lord doesn't want us to be away from Him, entering into bhoga, creating naraka for us. He wants us to be near to Him only. Isn't it? This is the most essential, crucial fourth one. And the last one is again, as was said in the second one, this total thing is so sacred, so divine, so precious, so dignified, so of the highest quality. And give that value, respect to this entire spirituality. And that whole thing has to be so preciously seen. Like, your own servant is child. How less careful we are about them. हाँ ठीक है उसको सर्दी हो गई तो हो गई. हाँ ठीक है दवा दे दो हो जाएगा क्या है 2 दिन. But your own grandson, if somebody tells, that's also a human being, होने दो उसको बीमारी होने दो कुछ भी होने दो. How reacting we become, how angry we become. Why? Because this is very precious for us. My grandchild. A little different feeling, isn't it? Any example like that? You can't afford somebody to point out or do anything to it. You have some special value for it. In the same way, if you have a puja room and you are really valued, respect it. You don't allow others to point out any mistakes or do anything to disgrace it. Because that feeling of sacredness you have for it. So to sometime to your Ishta Devata, to the Guru, कोई कुछ कहना चाहते हैं तो रिटेलिएट. और टू द भारत माता और टू सनातन धर्म. होता है ना, when we know the glory of it, when we own it, when we belong to it, then we protect the sacredness of it. Your brother का बेटा भी parents हो सकते हैं, wife or husband. If somebody tries to say, you just shut up, don't talk, we say it. Sometimes it is about our own house or our vehicles. But there are very many things where we have the feeling of sacredness to our things. If you understand examples for this entire thing of spirituality, there should be that feeling of sacredness, feeling of the respect, reverence. Only then we don't take it for granted. Only then we don't allow the compromises. Only then we don't become lenient. Only then we'll be able to consistently maintain the loving inspiration to keep on doing what is to be done. So these are the most beautiful 5 things today. Think about them. Om, 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 Om सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। भव एव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तं ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्पराधीनां पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगति एकता शान्ति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध सह सर्वेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मन्दिराणाम् अवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापना उपासना यज्ञयागादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः शाश्वतरूपेण सम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां सर्वेषां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म गुरुदेवता शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृदेश सनातन धर्म भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदा आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। 6th chapter, last 7 shlokas, 8 shlokas Parayanam from 16 onwards. Atha Parayanam Shashtodhyayah Shodashamantradharabhyam Om Savishvakrudvishvavidatmayonihi Jnah Kalakaro Guni Sarvavidyah Pradhana Kshetrajna Patirguneshah Samsara Moksha Sthiti Bandhahetuh सतन्मयो हि अमृतो ईश संस्थः ज्ञः सर्वगो भुवनस्यास्य गोप्ता य ईशेस्य जगतो नित्यमेव नान्यः हेतुर्विद्यते ईशनाय यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं ह देवम् आत्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये निष्कलं निष्क्रियं शान्तं निरवध्यं निरञ्जनम् अमृतस्य परं सेतुं दग्धेन्धनमिवानलं यदा चर्मवदाकाशं वेष्टयिष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवमविज्ञाय दुःखस्यान्तो भविष्यति तपः प्रभावात् देवप्रसादाच्च ब्रह्मः श्वेताश्वतरोत विद्वान् अत्याश्रमिभ्यः परमं पवित्रं प्रोवाच सम्यक् ऋषिसङ्गजुष्टं वेदान्ते परमं गुह्यं पुरा कल्पे प्रचोदितं नाप्रशान्ताय दातव्यं नापुत्राय शिष्याय वा पुनः यस्य देवे परा भक्तिः यथा देवे तथा गुरौ तस्यैते कथिता ह्यर्थाः प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः इति ओम शांति 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 chant the seventh mantra om udgitametat paramam tu brahma tasmin strayam supratishthaksharam cha अत्रांतरं ब्रह्मविदो विदित्वा लीना ब्रह्मणि तत्पराः योनिमुक्ताः. These shlokas, every word is very complete, sacred, essential. So literal meaning also we saw, with Bhashya also we started studying. So what is said here is that Brahma too, that Nirguna Brahma is very much intact there, though expressing as Karana and Karya Brahma. And like when the man is expressing as the father, Karana Brahma, and acting to love that son or to punish that son, Karya Brahma. Is the man in him, the Nirguna Brahma, has he disappeared? Man is always there in him. He is there substratum. Where can he go? And he is same. He has never changed. That is why again he is able to become husband when the wife is there, brother when the brother is there. If he had become the father and become so much, then he would have not become other now. If he is able to change his position and he giving up all the relation, stays as I am the man for some time. He can stay, no, giving away all his relativities. कैसे बराबर में बैठ के कुर्सी में, he is in his own being. He is not a father that time, husband that time. So how come? How come means what? He was always there as a man. In the same way, Paramam Brahma Udgitam. He is there very much intact and said by all rishis in all shastras very vehemently. That vehemently, repeatedly, loudly, repeatedly said is called as Udgitam. उनके बारे में बहुत ऐसा गाया गया है. Of him being intact as Brahman, though expressing as Karana Karya Brahma. In other Upanishads, it is put the other way around. That the Karana Karyatmakata is only superimposed on the Brahman without changing Brahman. Like snake is superimposed on the rope without changing the rope. Same thing, but sometimes is importance se kehte hain, like in this Upanishad. In other time, from the superimposed standpoint, they say the thing remains same. Then Tasmin Trayam. In that only these three are appearing, disappearing. Bhokta, Bhogyam, Preritaram. These three. And for these three it is Supratishta. And while it being Supratishta, support of all these three, itself is Aksharam. It is always in its pristine state. Then Brahmavidaha. The students of Vedanta Shastras, they are called Brahmavida. Atra Antaram Viditva. Having taught by the Gurus and studying Shastra contemplation, having known how to enter into that sacred Nirguna Brahma, not the Karana and Karya. Having known it and having tried Leena Brahmani, they have become entered and Leena ho gaye. What is one condition that's required for them to do so? Tatparaha. है ना? Tatparaha Brahmavidaha. Atra Antaram Viditva Brahmani Leena. Those who are single pointedly wanting to reach to that goal, knowing how to enter into that goal of how to enter into that Brahman, which is the goal, they have entered and became Brahmani Leena. Then after what happened to them? What happened to them? What? They have become one with the Nirvana itself. So they as an individual in the vasanas with ignorance are not there. Therefore, where is the Janma Marana? Yoni Muktaha. Freed from that entering into the womb and getting born and getting identified with the upadhis, bhoj of the upadhi carrying throughout life, propitiating them. And you are on a pilgrimage. Then you take those two small children. हो गया तुम्हारा पिलग्रिमेज जिंदगी पूरा ट्रैवल यू आर ओनली ऑन दैट फेलो उसको खाना खिलाओ उसको नहलाओ योर दृष्टि इज ओनली ऑन दैट यू कैन नेवर एंजॉय दैट नाम के वास्ते जाके आते हैं डोंट यू सी इट सो द upadhis are like that throughout life we are only bothered about them their disease their fulfillment of desires maintenance बच्चे भी मेंटेन करना एक प्रॉब्लम है फुलफिलिंग देयर डिजायर्स इज अनदर प्रॉब्लम दे गेट डिजीज उसको ट्रीट करना इन दीज थ्री ओनली द होल लाइफ गोस होल उपाधि का हुई है इट इज डिसीज्ड यू हैव टू ट्रीट it has to be maintained and it has its own demands and desires you have to fulfill only that nahi rahega yoni mukta now see the bhashyam udgitam iti saprapancham brahma yadi syat if the Brahman has become Saprapancha and no more Nirguna Brahma is there, Tatha Bhavati Eva Moksha Abhava. Yes, I agree with you. There is no chance of moksha at all. But Natu Etadasti. It is not so. Kasmat, why? Yataha, because Udgitam means Udhrutya. Gita means Upadishta. Udgita means two words. Ud means Udhrutya, Gita means Upadishta. है ना? The Gurus have done the Upadesha to the disciples about this Brahman having pulled it away from the Karanatva, Karyatva. Karya Karana Rahita, Nirguna Brahma is always there. In that way, they separated it and talked about it all the time. Therefore, Karana Karya Rupena Brahma is appearing, but in its real state, it is as it is there. Any example I guess in my actor or any stage actor. So he's appearing like that. That doesn't mean he became and his original is forgotten. No, no, no. The inner is always there. इसलिए stage से नीचे होता ही is a normal ordinary fellow. Another play. He goes on playing. So many plays. So nati yatadasti kasmat yatha udgitam udhrutya. Ud means udhrutya. Gita means upadishtam. What? Karya karana lakshanat prapanchat. है ना from this prapancha which is of the karya karana lakshana separating from it the pure brahman is being upadishta taught by the gurus to the disciples which you see in vedanta in all the vedanta shastras upanishads etc I am giving you some examples so some quotations examples of various upanishads puranas I am giving you where the gurus have taught to the disciples about the Shuddha Brahma separate from other than Karanatmakatva, Karanatmakatva, Karyatmakatva. Karanatmaka Brahma is Ishvara with Maya. Karyatmaka is as the Maya is getting grassified through that Brahman alone, Brahman alone, through that is called Karya Brahma. Karana Brahma, Karya Brahma, Nirguna Brahma. All these grass Jagat is Karya Brahma. Mahat Tattva से हिरण्यगर्भ बना, then वो महत तत्व का नेक्स्ट स्टेज विराट रूप से विराट पुरुष बना. We are all in that virat purush. All of that is called karyatva. Before that, the maya, and with that maya, the Ishvara is called karana brahma. When these two are happening, the nirguna brahma always is there. Like my abhasanas. With my vasanas, I am a karana brahma. And that vasana has come as the thought in my mind and action through my body. Let us say I spoke something. Whatever I speak, before that it is in the mind. That is there in the vasanas. When it is expressing in the mind as thought, also action outside. It's called as Karya Brahma. When that thought is there in the Vasana Rupa, without that it won't express. No, at the stage I am Karana Brahma. But when these two are going on, the Nirguna Shuddha Chaitanya Brahma in me is always there. वो कहाँ गया? That is what we have to catch. These things are coming and going. That is never coming, never going. It is always there. That is taught in all Upanishads. That is taught as the goal in all Upanishads. Its glory only glorified. See, the Guru is reveling in the Nirguna Brahma. He wants to lift us to that level. That is why he is teaching Upanishad. Disciple is in the Karya Karana Brahma. Therefore, he is interested in that. Then if he says Brahman has become Karya Karana, I can't go for the Nirguna Brahma. He is not there. So that's how the gap is filled between Guru and Shishya, where Shishya is lifted to the Guru's level of understanding. For that, Guru comes down and brings him up. Coming down is what? For the time being, Guru accepting that Jagat is there. But it is Karya Jagat, Karya Brahma. It is not independent of Brahma. Then there is a Karana for that, this Jagat. That also Karana Brahma only, not independent. Beyond these two is Nirguna Brahma. So you and I are caught up in Karya Brahma. Taking that alone is reality. We are lifted to the Karana Brahmatva. But in the Karya Karana Brahmatva, Sarva Jive and Hamsa Brahmyate Brahmachakre. You want the moksha, you have to go to the Nirguna Brahma only. Therefore, the Guru comes to our level of Karya Brahma, takes us to the Karana Brahma level, and proves to us that Brahman and Karana Karya level is bondage. Moksha is only when you reach to the Nirguna Brahma sthiti. Therefore, all Upanishad, to begin with, they talk about Nirguna Brahma. In between, they come to our level to lift us. But conclusively, again, they say they lift us to their level only. Like in Gita, third chapter, Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya. Adhyatma Chetasa. You offer everything to me, then Yudyasya Vigatajara, you will reach. Same thing concluded as Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So, what are the beautiful quotations one by one? We saw a few of them. One is what? Anya Devatad Viditat Atho Aviditat Adhi. Adi Upari. Kena Upanishad's quotation. That Parabrahman is other than Vidita, the Karya Brahma, Avidita, Karana Brahma. So Guru is told the Upanishad, Rishi, so Shishyas have gone, they discovered it, they realized it. The result came, that is why that has become an authentic Upanishad. अगर शिष्य ने कोशिश किया लेकिन इनको निर्गुण ब्रह्म नहीं मिले, he was caught up only in Karana Karya Brahma, then that Prasanga would have not taken the position of Upanishad and became available for all generations. ठीक है, वन दैट. सेकंड वन, तदेव ब्रह्म त्वं विद्धि नेदम यदिदम उपासते. Again in Kena Upanishad said that you are objectively doing upasana, that's not Brahman. That which is a subject behind your own inner upadhis with which you are doing upasana, that is called as Brahman. And here also, the outer upasana is Karya Brahma. But the inner mind, all sankalpas are there to do the upasana called Karana Brahma. But the consciousness is there behind, in whose presence all of these are happening. That's called Nirguna Brahma. Tadeva Brahma. Tad Vidhi. Nedam Yadam Upasate. So in that every line, Shankar Bhagavan knows koi Shwethashwathara ka hai matlab, they might have studied Kena many times. So little quotation I tell them, they'll understand. हम बुद्धू हैं जितने इसमें भूल जाते हैं. So we have to remember all shloka. Yet चक्षुषा न पश्यति येन चक्षुगुंषि पश्यति तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं वेदोपासते येन मनसा न मनुते येन आहुर्मनोमतो तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं वेदोपासते. Then yet प्राणेन न प्राणिति येन प्राण प्रणीयते तदेव ब्रह्म यत् वाचा अनभ्युदितं येन वागभ्युद्यते तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि. Isn't it? Yad vacha anamviditam, by this, the Karya Brahma is rejected. Okay. Yena vag abhyudyate, by saying that, the Karana Brahma is rejected. Tadeva Brahmatam Vidhi, Nirguna Brahma indicated. That is another quotation. So the next one is Asthulam Ananuhu Ahraswam Adirgam. By this also, Sthulam is Karya Brahma, Anu is the Karana Brahma. By saying Asthulam, the Karya Brahma is rejected. Ananu, the Karana Brahma rejected. What remains? Nirguna Brahma. So too, Ashabdam Asparsham Arubhavacha Tatarasam Nityam Agandha Vachayatu. So here in him there are no Shabda Sparsha Prasagandha. When the perceivable Shabda Sparsha Prasagandha are removed or rejected, Karana Brahma, Karya Brahma, then the perceiving instruments, the perceiver individual also is no meaning. Then who is there? He in whom these two are not there, Karana Karya, but projected. So in this way, by Ashabdam Asparsham also, the Nirguna Brahma is indicated to be the existing, indicated as the goal. And in that only there is sadhana. When you give up Shabda Sparsh Prasagandha, the respective Indriyas are dropped because they have no value or meaning when the field is not there for them. When they are dropped, then the Antakarna is not required. Antakarna we drop kar diya. So the ego jiva also is not required, can't exist. Just like in Nidra, you leave the Shabda Sparsh Prasagandha, Indriyas quieted. When there is a quieted, the mind has no way to function. When the mind is not working, ego also says, chal, sab milkar so jate. But the spirituality, mein, it's not Nidra, but it is realization of the eternal substratum Sachidananda. This is another quotation. Next one, Ashabdam देख लिया हमने स एष नेति सह एषः है ना, that this Paramatma is realized by rejecting all that is objectified, objectifiable. How? By saying neti 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 na 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 na. See that beauty? मैं तो आत्मा के खोज में निकला हूँ. अभी जो भी देख रहा हूँ मैं, उसको मैं देख रहा हूँ. जो दिख रहा है वो तो अनात्मा है. Therefore वो आत्मा नहीं है. That is called neti neti neti. Not self, not self. All which is experienced as not self is rejected as not self, not self. Then that which can never be experienced as the not self, but only experience the self, we reach to that. And that can't be spoken because it cannot be, it's not an object. Na? See that subtle thought there? By saying neti neti, objectively experienceable, everything is rejected. Then why don't you talk about the subject experience? If it is talked, then it becomes object, because about object only you can talk. If you talk about subject, you are objectifying it. इसलिए only in the rejection the sadhana indicated. Then that which cannot be rejected, you establish in it. That's you are. That is Nirgunam Brahma. So this is. Next quotation was Sa Esha Neti Neti Toga Tato Yad Uttarataram. In this Upanishad only it will come. Uttarataram. Uttara Uttarataram. Ut is Karya Brahma, Uttara is Karana Brahma, Uttarataram is Nirguna Brahma. Nowhere it is said that Brahman has become Karana Karya, therefore he is not available. I am sorry, you go and get bound. Everywhere it is said, what you are living in is Karyam Brahma, there is a Karanam Brahma behind it. Behind these two, there is a substratum, that is your goal. मतलब वो है, इंटैक्ट है. सर यू हैव थॉट दैट कारण ब्रह्म हो गया, कार्य ब्रह्म हो गया, निर्गुण ब्रह्म नहीं है, तो दैट जुष्ट तथा तेन अमृतत्व में इज नॉट पॉसिबल. व्हाट यू आर सेइंग इज नॉट करेक्ट. So don't worry, it is very much there. Next one is one Anyatra Dharmat. See that Kata Upanishad? Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Adharmat. Anyatra Asmat, Kruta Krutat. Anyatra Bhutacha Bhavyacha. In that Karya Karana both are rejected. Cause and effect. Yat tat pashyasi tadvada. That which you are experiencing, hey Guru, please tell me. Then Guru Yamaraj says, Sarve Vedatva Mamanda, etc. He first tells the name of it, Om. He says, hold on to the Om. Develop your faith in Om. Om is Kshara Brahma. Both of them. With that, everything you get. In this way, having increased our Bhakti Shraddha in Omkara and making us the Upasana, then he starts explaining the Om as Parabrahma in that 42 meditational techniques. Yamaraj batate. But question of Nachiketa itself is, tell me something beyond Karya Karana. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatra asmat, kruta krutat. है ना? कृत इज कार्यम, अकृत इज कारणम. भूताच भव्याच. Bhuta is karanam, bhavya is karyam. Something beyond karya karana brahma, you tell me. That's how it is. The next mantra is nasan nachasan shiva eva kevalaha. Here only. Nasat na asat. Sat is manifest, asat is unmanifest. Manifest is the effect, unmanifest is the cause. Cause is karana, effect is the karya. So nasat is not karya, na asat is not karana. Then who is he? Shiva eva kevala. Because I have to name him, I am telling you Shiva. Shiva is not a word, Shiva is not a form. That we give later on. Shiva is that Mangala Swarupa, the Ananda Swarupa, the stainless, the spotless, the dentless, the blemishless, the miseryless. That experience is called Shivatva. That Shiva is Nirguna Brahma. Therefore, Shiva eva kevala. Nasanna chasan Shiva eva kevalaha. Both Karya Karana rejected, only Kevala Brahma Swarup. Therefore, each is different Upanishad. Everywhere Udgitam. Udgitam means what? That is being glorified and that is being indicated as the goal. And to reach to that only the entire Upanishad was discussed. And in that, the disciples' position of living at the life of Karya Karanatva is being accepted by the Guru to lift him from that level to this level. Accepting means, yeah, Guru came down to Dvaita level and taught the disciple. वो सब उस परम लक्ष्य के लिए. Not one, not two. Hundreds of Upanishads, hundreds of disciples with hundreds of quotations. The Udgitatva, the glorification of the Nirguna Brahman is being done. It is there, it can be identified with, that will give us moksha. That is the only way for moksha, and that is the only purpose for which you are born as human. All that. Then the next one is tamasa paraha. Tamaha is avidya. Avidya is karana. कारण से परे वो है करके बताते हैं इन वन उपनिषद. Then the other one यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते, है ना, अप्राप्य मनसा सह. तो वाणी, if you take it as कार्य ब्रह्म, मनः you can take as कारण. So these two cannot reach that. Means that is very much there. It is not touched or polluted by these two. Means Vani could not make it as a sound, not the mind could make it a thought. If the mind can make it a thought, then only mind can think about it. If the Vani can mold it into an object, then only it can speak. Unto a Shabda, it can be spoken. So yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha means what? The speech and the mind could not objectify it. Speech and mind could not objectify it is not important. The important thing is there is some state of being other than these two, and it has not got affected by them, and they are working in his presence. That is a higher meaning. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा का सह का अर्थ क्या हुआ? उस परमात्मा का के पास वाणी और मन जा नहीं पाया, ये वापस आए हैं. Here importance is not to Vani and Mana. There that state is there, which is because of which Vani and Mana are functioning, but that's not disturbed by these two. That is your goal. Tadevam Brahmatvam Vidhi Nedam. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेद कुतश्च नेदे एदगं भवावनदपदे. सेकंड ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली लास्ट मंत्र. तो यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह अनदर कोटेशन. नेक्स्ट वन. यत्र नान्यत् पश्यति नान्यत् शृणोति नान्यद् विजानाति स भूमा. यो वै भूमा तदनंतम तद व्यतिरिक्तम अल्पम मर्त्यम. दिस मंत्रास कम. यत्र न अन्यत् पश्यति न अन्यत् शृणोति न अन्यत् विजानाति. Okay, seeing. अपना अन्यत् पश्यति means something else is not seen, something else is not heard, something else is not known. Okay, so seen, heard, known, they are all object. The instrument of seeing, instrument of hearing, instrument of knowing are the instruments. And behind them, the seer, the knower, है ना, and also the listener. These are all set, they go together. एक है तो बाकी दो होते हैं, एक गया तो बाकी दो जाते हैं. है तो तीन कट्टे, नहीं तो तीन नहीं. So in that Nanyat Pashyati means the object of knowledge is not there in it other than it. Therefore the instrument also is not there, the subject also is not there. Then what are these subject, instrument and object? All these three are imposed on him. So that state of being is the ultimate truth. You have to reach to it. When it is said you have to reach to it, means it is there. That means even though at your level of samsara and my level of teaching you, though we accept Karana Karya Brahma, but ultimate Nirguna Brahma is very much intact there. It's available for you. Job. In any ornament form, the gold is there. It is available always for you to measure it and sell it for that cost price as it is today. Jao, you do it. Gold in its pristine form has not lost its goldenness. Brahman is in his pristine form, has not lost himself, is always there. When we identify with him, we get moksha. Even though on him the Karana Karya are superimposed, getting lost in which you are suffering as samsari now. That's the beauty of this shloka. Yatra na anyat pashyati, na anyat shrunoti, na anyat vijanati, sa bhuma. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham nalpe sukhamasti. That is bhuma infinite. In that only the sukha is there. In all the karana karyatva, there is no sukha only. Okay, then next one. यो अशनाया पिपासे शोकम मोहम भयम जराम अत्येति. That is the state of being where there is no ashana pipasa. Pranamaya kosha is rejected. Shokam moham manomaya kosha is rejected. Then bhayam jaram, the sthula sharira is rejected. That is the state of being which is very much even out there. देखोगे तो उपाधियां है, फंसोगे तो संसारी बन गए, छोड़ दिया तो संसार गया, उपाधियां गए, पकड़ लिए तो परमात्मा मिल गए. As simple as that. You can maintain without holding the God millions of lives as samsara. You can in this very life drop the world and hold Paramatma. You are realized. You know that example of that crow in the Dattatriya's 24 gurus? You know, all other birds were pinching it, piercing it, creating that pain to it. Why? Because उसके मुख में एक मांस का टुकड़ा था. Then the moment it dropped it, all the birds were chasing that मांस का टुकड़ा. This bird is liberated. The मांस का टुकड़ा is our upadhis. Hold them, and all the sukha dukkha samsara are like the other birds will go on piercing you. You drop the upadhi, they are all gone. You are nirguna Brahma. Anytime you can do, you can go on postponing. Everything like घर में ना चाय पीते ही you can wash the glass or tumbler, और यू पोस्टपोन इट फॉर हाफ एन आवर, 1 आवर, दोपहर, शाम, कल काम वाली आके करेगी, या 3 दिन से वो नहीं आ रहे, सारे बर्तन ऐसे पड़े. You can postpone it or you can do it immediately. Everything in this world, the bhoga or yoga, you can postpone or you can do immediately. You can even give up. Give up is eat in disposable plates and all, throw them. So much lazy that you doesn't want to wash. Spirituality also like that only. Then अप्राणो हि अमना शुभ्रः अक्षरात् परतपरा 1 2 3 4 5. There are 5 more quotes. It will take 5 7 minutes. Let us give it tomorrow. Then in this way, Guru Maharaj, quoting all Upanishad, says that Nirvana is very much is there for you intact, for you to do his upasana and reach. Don't worry, that has become the Karana and Karya Brahma. Therefore, is not available. So you have to always have Karana Karya Brahma attachment. There is no moksha. ऐसी बात नहीं है. Brahman is there for you to identify. Then he will ask another question. उसका आंसर second one. तस्मिन् त्रयम्. Supratishta. Then another question he'll ask. For that answer is Aksharam. Then the question is, then what to do the sadhana? Tatparaha. Then the other thing is, Atra Antaram Viditva Tatparaha. This is an answer to another question. Then Lina Brahmani Yoni Mukta final. इस तरह every word of this shloka भाष्यकार will explain. Many श्लोकों में पूरा sentence बता देते हैं, काम बन जाता उससे. यहाँ काम बनाना है. Every word is sacred, so he explains everything. Let us study tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha. That's it. Brahmarpanam Astu. Join in 5 minutes for Gita.